Hello, friends. It is Thursday the 12th. It's Sirius Joy Live, and it's Sensei Christopher. We are coasting now at step 24 for the next 24 hours, and we have Valentine's Day on the weekend. It's going to be an intense weekend. It's already been intense for you. We'll talk all about that, and we have your readings, and we'll talk about that too. All that inside. If you're watching us on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe to our YouTube channel at SiriusJoytv. Please click like on this video, and if you don't mind, hit the bell button so you're notified, so we collectively defeat the algorithm overlords. The Sirius Joy nonlinear TV network is simulcasting right now on many media affiliates, including Instagram, X.com, and Facebook, just to name a few.
My name's Christine, and I am a Step 27 Cancer. I participated in Sensei Christopher Witecki's Past Life and Karma program through Sirius Joy. I would definitely say it was both life-changing and healing.
I'm a Step 23 Leo, and this is my second time doing 40 Days of Past Lives and Karma. I will tell you right now, it's not for the faint of heart.
And it really had me looking at areas in my life that I hadn't even considered being part of the proof of my past life experiences.
So for the price of what 40 Days of Past Lives and Karma is, this is a great way to read yourself. And honestly, that's putting the power back in your hands.
I have been working with past lives and karma work for a long time, and his program surpassed any of the things that I had been working with.
But if you are really curious about what you're doing in your past lives and you like astrology, this is definitely the class for you. Definitely. It is dense. It is intense. It is very extremely educational.
I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to take it. I look forward to taking it again this year, and I will do it every year because it was that good.
Are you ready to understand yourself better than ever before? Enlightened edutainment awaits inside the Sirius Joy Vault. Subscribers receive in-depth insight into the planetary energies with daily texts, pep talks, and more, personalized to your unique blueprint. Subscribe now for only $3.99 your first month at SiriusJoy.com.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sirius Joy Alive. I'm Sensei Christopher Witecki, creator of SiriusJoy.com and, so many things, but the guardian channel of the step system. How are you today? Life has been pretty interesting, I have to tell you, in the last 24 hours for me, last 36 hours. I'm seeing the change. I have to tell you, I'm seeing the change. The change I've been predicting for so long, I'm seeing in myself. It took forever, but I'm a Taurus, so I kind of resist. And you might be feeling the change too. The change is that you belong on the side of loving yourself. That's the change. That's what's new. But that means there are changes in life that will follow suit. And it's funny because, man, I'm a person who will run things to the very last minute and then turn the last second. People freak out all the time. But just a Taurus, I have to be thorough, you know? So I'm telling you, here over the weekend, as we go through Valentine's Day, it's going to be interesting because I think this Valentine's Day is going to be the biggest Valentine's Day in some ways we've ever had. On one hand, I think more breakups than you've ever thought. More people breaking up than you ever could imagine. Probably because they come to an end. The story was over. They were there for each other during the hard times of learning and healing, but not necessarily ready for this next, what we're going to do. This next lifetime is the way to put it, I think. Or more people meeting on this Valentine's Day than ever before, because we're going to be moving quickly into new soulmates, new situations, and new teams, because it's time for the age of Aquarius. So interesting times, to say the least. Take a drink here. How's everyone? Someone chat? We have people in chat? Let's throw now. I've been literally kind of on edge in a good way. Oh, we do. Hi, Jill. All right, great. Almost there. That's great. Hi. Testimony with Christine in it. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Oh, isn't she great? Yeah, Christine did a great job there. Did a great job. It's funny because some people have in this last hour. I just gotta say, I hope some people are watching this, because, in the last couple months, 3 months, we were tested our most on boundaries and karma and situations, right? And some people, have used my leadership as a way to be the guy that they had to oppose. So it's like we all had a leader in a past life that screwed us over. All of us have had a leader. All of us. I mean, right now we're about to find out how leadership has done it again. And so it's funny in karma. Sometimes people choose, a guy like myself who is honestly not trying to hurt anyone, but they need someone to bounce off of and say, this represents what I've seen before. And it's kind of temporary insanity when you see this stuff, because you realize you were hyped up during the situation. Anyways, some people have seen that with me. They've seen me as the bad guy. And it was hard, because it's like, no, my heart's not there at all. But the other thing has been, I've been having my own hard times. And I've been honest with people about it. It's been hard. It's been very hard. It's the hardest year I've ever lived in my life. But I've made it up. I made it through so far. And I'm grateful for it. So anyways, they mentioned Christine. I hope she comes back. Hope everyone comes back that was kind of doubting, because you'll see it was just an issue with your, seeing the past on the present. All right. So if you don't know, this is a reading show where I do readings here live, and you can still get a reading. Come to siriusjoy.shop and you can purchase a reading on camera or off. We have number slots available, and I do a great job. This is a great way to answer a question you're having a hard time with. You may be on the fence about something. Maybe you are ready to ask a question. This is a great way to affirm, and I love doing it. So come to siriusjoy.shop, and we'll take good care of you. I wonder if we should dive in the first one, or actually, we're going to do a Palmer quick. Okay. So let me tell you something. Last night I had a blast, because David Palmer came on LOL. Now, we are doing shows differently now. We're taping them live in front of our audience at Sirius Joy, so our subscribers can watch the show while we tape, but we're not letting the general public see it until it goes live. And so LOL will go live on Saturday nights, basically, as you probably know. And this week we have the guest of David Palmer. Now, David's a good friend of mine. We started off in 20 years ago, basically. He says 18 years ago, both on the internet, both doing stuff in astrology. In fact, we even did our own show together. Here's a clip you might not have seen before.
Welcome to Astro Gossip. I'm your host, DJ Astrologer David Palmer, and I'm with my co-host, Christopher Witecki. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, man, and it has been a crazy Capricorn week, has it not?
It definitely has. Mercury started off at 0° Capricorn today and brought out a very interesting story. We've got a 13th sign, Ophiuchus. All right, Parkunkel. What do you think, Chris?
First of all, I think an astronomer has no business in astrology. I'm not telling him that Pluto's a planet or not a planet. I'm just honoring his wisdom. So that I got to say right off the bat. Get out of our business, Kunkel.
And I got to say this, Chris. The planets have not changed, and the thing about Western astrology is the planets have not changed. So it's really interesting that the view of what we see has changed, but actually nothing really has changed. So as astrologers, we've been following these planets in the exact same spots as they've always been. What are we going to do 3,000 years from now when our view changes again? Get rid of the 13th sign? I mean, come on, this makes no sense. So unfortunately, Park, I understand where you're going, but why don't you let the astrologers handle business here? Your horoscope hasn't changed, and all you Leos out there, you are not a Cancer, so it's all good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Due to the quantum headlines going on with Epstein and everything, the planetary shifts, we find ourselves, it was all
Step Astrology is the key to unlocking your past, your purpose, and your heart. Are you ready to understand yourself better than ever before? Enlightened edutainment awaits inside the Sirius Joy Vault. Subscribers receive in-depth insight into the planetary energies with daily texts, pep talks, and more, personalized to your unique blueprint. Subscribe now for only $3.99 your first month at SiriusJoy.com.
A dog. Hello. I'm seeing darkness. Everything okay? Hi, how are you? Sorry for that little moment. Welcome back. Sirius Joy Live. Christopher Witecki here. Sensei to Sirius Joy. And happy to be with you. Did you see those clips? They were kind of funny, were they not? Dave and I started on the web way time ago, like 18 years ago. And we thought we were going to be a huge hit. And it's just been this kind of steady as she goes since then. And now you see he's a guest on our show. And amazing stuff he had to talk about. So that show will be live on Saturday night, by the way. We're trying to aim the show to be fun and more, I guess, nighttimey is the best way to put it. And also we have some daring topics. So what we do now is we take the show backstage, and that's at the hour mark. So at 1 hour of the show, it goes away from the public and just goes strictly on SiriusJoytv or SiriusJoy.com. So for subscribers, you get some backstage content. And the thing about it is that, truthfully, we can't be fully honest about what we think because YouTube and other things still are a problem. And we don't want to be even further, a shadow banned. So we take that stuff to private conversation backstage. So it'll always be at Sirius Joy. And if you're a subscriber, you'll always have access to that. And we'll have that for all of our shows, frankly, because I think we're in a weird moment, I think, when it comes to having to watch what we say, because the world's about to get a little crazy in lots of ways. But that said, why don't we do our first reading, shall we? Take care of somebody. If I can see them. Hey, Gabi. Let's see. And we do have these. Actually, we do have charts for these too, right? I think we do. Go into the private chat and see. Gabi's a 13-degree, step 13 Capricorn Sun. That's interesting. Step 9 Aries Rising. You're a firecracker. Step 27 Scorpio Moon. Wow, you're a firecracker. You are a firecracker. You're here to get things done. Am I supposed to stay or move? Am I living at the right place? Is there a time or place I'm supposed to move to? Interesting. So I don't know if we ran the charts. I think we did. Let's see real quickly. Astro chart tracker. Make sure. Okay, I don't see it. So no, I guess we did not. All right, so I can do this just from my memory. With 9-degree Aries rising, first of all, yes, you most likely are meant to move. Why do I put that? Well, because Jupiter's in your 4th house. And so you basically need to have better emotional foundation than you do now. In fact, being a step 13 Capricorn Sun means that you have a 2.2-part lifetime where you're going to start your life at a certain level and then at the next part of your life be at a higher level, right? And I'm sure as a Capricorn, you're like, of course I'm going to climb up. Well, the thing about it is that this is the time for you to switch to this next level. But what you may not realize is it requires a better home. You probably don't come from a good enough home to have this level. You have to be well cared for and nurtured on levels that you probably don't think about. And so as a result, yes, it's time to relocate. You likely have entered into this home based on, but also probably that first home was a reflection of your childhood. And a lot of times our first home is just us getting out of childhood. It's like, I want out of there. And so I think that might've been it. And so, yes, you are meant to go. Now, your question was, stay or move? I'm thinking about too, spiritually. Thinking about where the planets are. I have a feeling you're gonna move. I mean, you're moving, no question, but I guess you asked the same question 3 times. Am I living at the right place? Is there a time and place I'm supposed to move to? So you're asking about time or place you're supposed to move to. you'd be probably moving by Aries. So probably actually by April or May, early May. I would say May 1st is probably where you're going to move it. If you have the option to move, I would move May 1st. And it might be crazy then, but it's going to get crazier. So think about bigger picture of what may happen in the United States. We're going to have some rough times for about 18 months. So you want to move to where it's going to be more calm, where you have access to come and go as you please. Where there's probably not going to be any crazy, movements or something like that where people are gathering, because it might happen. We might have a lot of protesting and things like that coming through the summer and late in the year. So, choose a place that feels comfortable. But you probably already know exactly where to go. That's what my guides are telling me right now. Like, you know exactly where you want to go. And one thing you need to know is I feel like you're worried about money with that. Of course you are, right? But realize you're going to start making money in new ways, and you're going to start finding a new market to make money in. So there's money coming, but it's from another source than you're used to. And that's why you're not really feeling it strong. But, houses are, what do we put? Fated. Nobody has a house that's not fated. They're meant to be there. So the house itself has consciousness, right? And it's meant to have you. So focus on finding that soulmate of a house rather than the location. I think it'll help you a lot. Is that it? Okay. Wait, that was great. How am I? It's going to get bad. Well, Alma, it's going to be bad because people are going to find out the truth. They're not going to be happy about it. That's truth. Next question. It would be Madeline, I believe. Oh, Carol. Another 9 Aries. Look at this. We have 9 Aries. So these are Grandmaster Aries, by the way. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much, Grandmaster. A step rising of 16 degrees. And that was, what sign is that? Rising sign, I think. Oh, Aries. It's a double Aries. I gotcha. So sun in Aries and then rising in Aries at 16 degrees. Okay. And the moon in Gemini. Interesting. My family dynamic is toxic. I'm a scapegoat. How can I set boundaries without guilt based on my chart? Good question. Well, first of all, double Aries rising, that's kind of simple in some senses that you don't have to, do a lot of extra calculations to know where the planets are. For you, the planets are in the house of society right now. So you are now time to make boundaries in the world. All right. And that's where you're going to do most of your boundary practices with other people, like social life, your reputation, social media, stuff like that. That's where you're going to do most of the boundary work. However, you likely have had issues since childhood with your boundaries. And so the boundaries, I think you may be confused. People think that boundaries are against someone else. That's not how it works. A boundary is with yourself. Okay, so you say in fact, we have a program at Sirius Joy. Come to SiriusJoy.com. If you're not already, Carol, become a subscriber. It's only $3.99 a month. I mean, $3.99 for the first month, and then $20 after. And we do a ritual in the mornings that basically have to do with protection. We call them I Protect prompts. And what it is, you go into a space, and every morning you say to your heart, with your heart, I protect myself from this and this. And that protection is actually a separation of you and someone else. And the reason why your family is overwhelming is because you don't have any separation. You have come from a childhood that had poor boundaries. And so people can walk in on each other or just cross lines anytime they wanted to. And so you weren't raised with strong boundaries to separate yourself from the world. And so all the emotions, all the issues that come from that hit you really hard. And you don't have to leave the family or, go somewhere else. You can actually employ these boundaries up, and you'll see if you say, I protect from my mom's BS and I protect from my brother's, sarcasm, and you go hang out with them, you'll realize it doesn't hit you anymore. It will not affect you that night. Now, here's the thing. Boundaries only last for one night, okay, one day. That's because they're a temporary kind of manifestation, and they don't really exist. It's just sort of a blocking is what it is. So every morning you have to reaffirm those boundaries. But I think it'll be good for you because your rising at 16 degrees is very, very psychic. And that means you're very sensitive to all vibration, not just your family. And so I think you're going to find yourself quite sick or having trouble with concentration or doing well in life if you don't start practicing boundaries right now. In fact, your moon in Gemini is also a 6. It's also very sensitive. So you're sort of very sensitive. Although you're a tough Aries, the rest of you is quite sensitive. So I think you need boundaries. Now, boundaries are always space or time. So you could say, I'm not going to let this thing, I protect mom's words hitting me until tomorrow. And boom, you got it. It's the time. So I'll put off this until next week. Boom, that's a boundary. So time and space are the ways to do it. Make sense? Now, guilt and based on your chart. The guilt aspect is you feel bad because you haven't given to you. So guilt is really complicated. It's like you feel guilty for not being there for your mom and dad or whoever because you know how it feels. Well, how is it that you know how it feels to be let down? Because you've let yourself down. So when you feel guilty, you're feeling bad because you've already let yourself down and now you're letting someone else down. The truth is, you're letting yourself down by worrying about them. That's how you let yourself down. Worrying about them is the problem. You abandon yourself to worry about your family. And then you felt bad about abandonment. Okay? Truth is, you wouldn't have any of these problems if they'd been there for you in the first place. And you wouldn't choose this family had you not had a problem in the past life. So you have had a time where you had to see just how the dynamic works, where if you don't give it to yourself, you become codependent and then they take advantage. This had to learn. But now I think given your awareness, you are ready. You're ready to put yourself first. Okay? If you take care of yourself, then people will not abandon you. And people who come to you will take care of you. The way we treat ourselves is the way people treat us. And it's hard to see that until you get to a sticky situation. Now, I'll say with family, it's really tough because family always demands that there's some sort of extra rule there. It's true. In culture, there is an extra rule. Like if it's a family, you're supposed to, hold it sacred. You got to stuck with them. You can't say them. You can't tell them to go up, buggle off. But I tell you, I have to with my family. I've just said it recently. It's like, sorry, I'm not here to please you. I wasn't born to please you. I never agreed to those terms, and I never agreed to this idea that you have. I after 18, it's my terms, right? And so I just have to enforce those boundaries all the time. All the time. They don't like it. They hate it. All right. Check my intuition. Yeah. Keep a lookout, by the way. So I say there's someone coming in your life soon. Yeah, Carol, there's someone coming in your life soon. Someone important. Sounds generic, but I couldn't tune faster that. Okay. Madeline, let's talk. Madeline. Step 20, Scorpio. Step 19, Aries rising. Step 11, Aries moon. Wow, look at all these people of integrity. It's so cool. I grew up poor and still have a scarcity mindset, even though I'm doing okay now. How can I shift my relationship with money so I can stop self-sabotaging? Well, I'll tell you right now. Wow, another Aries rising. Have you guys noticed we've had 3 Aries risings so far? Interesting. That means your sun. Yeah, that means your sun is just now just inside the 7th house. Last 3 of the 7th house. So I think the issue here has to do with a couple of things. One, you're rising 19 degrees. Now, 19 degrees rising means that you have to always act on your heart's interest, 9 to the 1, for you to feel valuable. So you don't feel valuable unless your heart's getting what it wants. Now, you could be a person who expects the world to give you your heart, to give your heart what it wants. But even if the world did give you what you wanted, it wouldn't be enough because you want what you come up with. You want what your imagination says your heart wants. So your ego is here to just chase after your heart, what your heart wants, period. Now, if you're not chasing after what your heart wants, you're going to have a low self-worth. You're not going to feel very worthy. You're going to feel like you're valuable. And when you're not valuable, boom, you'll have issues with money. So your issues with money are up and down of your own internal stock market. When you're feeling valuable, you can earn money. When you don't feel valuable, you do not earn money. And see, because you're at 20 degrees Scorpio, everything you feel multiplies. 20 is a multiplier of emotion. So you're a big broadcaster of feelings, right? So you're putting out to the whole world how you were cheated or to the whole world emotionally, how you've been ripped off or whatever. And that emotional pulse makes you even better for drawing in money. So when you get positive about yourself and feel like you own it and you deserve it, then you'll get more than the average person because of that 20. But while it's negative, it'll get more loss than the average person. So it's an abundant degree, step 20. The moon at Aries, 11 degrees, I have to say, be careful. First of all, that is in the 12th house. That tells me right away that you have issues with your feelings. You judge them too harshly. You don't let them out enough. So that 20, again, is your feelings and your safety. So the issue of feelings and safety is in itself questionable. You don't know if you really feel safe in general. And so if you feel out of integrity with that moon, you don't feel like you're being legit. If you feel like, you could do better and you're not, or you feel like you were cheating, or you feel like you're an imposter syndrome, that's common, then you'll have a hard time manifesting money also. So you really, at the end of the day, you have to feel good about yourself. You got to be there and support yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to be on your side with self-worth. And after a while of that, 40 days, you'll see that your money issues start to fade. Aries, Taurus. The other thing too, I'll put out there is because you have an Aries rising. I think Taurus I think Uranus is already in your third house. So you did go through a financial upgrade with Uranus and Taurus, and you're about putting the finishing touches on that now, as we all are. So by summer, it could be some real interesting opportunities for you to make more money than you have. So give it a shot. I think you might do well. Relationship with money. So to shift your relationship with money, you have to realize that money is simply a representative of how valuable you feel about yourself. It's what I call soul capital. So it is that is what it is. You draw in your own self-worth, basically. And it's all based on how much self-worth flows through you. So it's not really a relationship with money. It's a relationship with you. All right. It's a relationship with how you treat yourself and how you value yourself. And there's so many different rules and things you can learn about this. I remember I was giving away all my readings. And I wasn't ever charging for them because I thought I was like being a good guy. But I was noticing I was, A, having a hard time with my bills, and B, not, giving away readings. I thought to myself, I don't know if should I do this? And I knew inside that I could not charge people right away because I didn't feel like it was worth it. I just didn't feel like my reading was worth it. So what I did was a trade. That was the way. I did a trade. And the trade was my sort of beginning of getting money. So I'd say, oh yeah, sure, give me dinner and I'll give you a reading. Or, you give me a tarot card and I'll give you a reading. And so that trade was like the first equal barter that I built my soul capital on. And then once I felt good about that, I started charging people money. A lot of times when people didn't have, a lot of clients came and go, I don't have anything to trade with you. Can I just write you a check? People would say, sure, no problem. But I had to build myself up there. And I have a very flawed second house. Pluto's there. So everything can be built and changed, everything. All right. But you are sensitive and you need a lot of self-love, and you have to know that you judge yourself too much. It's okay. That's your magic words. It's okay. It'll all be okay. Okay? Okay. I think we're good. That's some funny stuff going on. Okay. Gabi's in a 1211 chart checker. Yay. Oh, did I miss Gabi? No. Oh, she's in there now. Damn. Okay, we'll go back to her maybe. Okay, gotcha. I think we had a little something flash. We just went through a time warp or something. So we have June now. And Gabi, I'll take a look at your chart again. I'll go back to Gabi, by the way, because I didn't realize I had the chart. We have some new staff today, and just all kinds of things. But Gabi, okay, we'll go back to Gabi right now. So we'll go to the chart tracker. Let's just do that, and we'll come back. Here it is, Gabi. Oh, I see. I'm so silly because it was in here. Okay, it's my fault, really. So back is, am I supposed to move or stay? Okay, so looking at this, move, 100% move. And I said, good news is my mind did completely visualize your chart correctly. The one thing I didn't look at though was that Saturn and Neptune are in the middle of your 12th house. So what that means is that you probably don't know where you're going to move because it's a subconscious thing. You're being driven to a place where you have karma. So astrocartography would be good for you if you're not familiar with it. It's a practice where you can use astrology to see where you belong on Earth and where you do well and where you don't do well. Yeah, you're on a mission, Gabi. You had a huge mission. So, and I would imagine it's going to be hard, but you got to listen to your intuition. The universe will tell you over and over again where you should be. And what I'm getting to is because you have karma in 3 degrees in the third house. Yeah, I think when you hear where it should be, your mind goes, no. I think you're finding your mind right now. I think your mind is saying, I don't believe that. It doesn't make sense. And so you keep crossing over it. They show me you keep passing over it. You've thought of it 100 times. I think it's where to live, but maybe not for living there. Maybe for going somewhere. Like, what are you telling me? It's like you go out. Okay, so I feel like they say you like go to theater, you like see movies there, or like there's a movie theater place like downtown. There's like a cute downtown little area. So I guess it's somewhat local. Yeah, somewhat local. But you already been there, and I think you thought to yourself it's too expensive. So Spirit's saying that you already know this. They've been trying to nudge you to go ahead and do it. You'll get a strong sign. They're saying soon, by Pisces. They said so. Yeah, and I don't know if you have a job offer, but there will be a job offer, and it might be something silly like a job offer at the gas station. But just Spirit saying, no, that's the sign that you're in the right place. You're not supposed to take the job not supposed to take the job in the gas station, but it's a sign you're in the right place. So be looking out for that. But I think it'll be fine. Yep. And you have some spiritual mission of your own. So you have a mission that's unfolding, and it's time. The world's ready for you. And now you're getting situated to be ready for the world. So thanks, Gabi, for your patience on that one. All righty. So we hit June. Not hit her, but yeah. Una más, por favor. Okay. June. I love that name. Sun 13 Pisces. Love it. You guys notice these 13s coming in? Yeah. It's so funny to tell you. And you see, I mean, this is how it is when I'm in private practice. I'll have a private day where I sell like 4 readings and 4 appointments. I go, every one of them is like a 13 degree something, like a sun or whatever. It's like, it's interesting how degrees fit days. So sun 13 degrees Pisces. Rising is 24 degree Leo. I know that very well. And the moon at 9 Virgo. I think that 9 Virgo actually happens in the first house. I wonder if we have it here. I'm looking to see real quick if we have it. Reading, client questions. Nancy. So no, we have June. Let's see, we have June. Nope, we don't. Okay. Gotcha. I think she got moved over. All right. So I'm going to do this from my brain. I keep repeating the same mistakes in life. Bad relationships, bad jobs, bad choices. Are there repeating themes or lessons in my chart I need to finally learn? Interesting. Now, we don't have their charts, I don't think. Let's make sure we don't have them. Yeah. I don't think so. Would you find out? Let me see. Oh, look at my. Sorry, guys. We do try to run a sunshine. Let's see. Okay, look in there. Okay, gotcha. These next 3 on the 1220 tracker. Look in 1210. We do, but in the February 10th folder. Okay, gotcha. So the ladies that work with me are like, it's in the February 10th folder. Cool. This is what it's like to be on the air live. Let's go in the February 10th folder. We'll do it. Okay. We are pretty organized here, which I'm so proud of. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Intel, Media Vault. Sorry, guys. Hang in there with me. I forgot to ask beforehand. Okay, don't see that. Dun, 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 dun. We got a lot of stuff happening. People's lives are changing right now, so people are being pulled out into all sorts of situations. Y'all, I'm not seeing it here. Taylor show. Yep. I'm not seeing it. Can maybe someone help me out? 210. June is close to the bottom. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, I thought it was in. Okay, gotcha. Here we go. I'm not seeing. Okay. Tag Team Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm going to look anyways. Sorry, guys. I wish I had some music to play. Are you waiting for me? Astro chart. Junior's close to Astro chart tracker. That's what I'm in, yeah. But it's like, I think you've got your sorted differently because I don't see anyone towards the bottom. It's crazy. We'll get better at this as we go. Sorry, y'all. That's funny. Yeah, because at the bottom I have 2020 New Year's charts. Tag Team Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, strange. All right, well, we'll have it here in a minute. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll come right back after this commercial, and we'll do this reading correctly. Right back. If you're watching us on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe to our YouTube channel at SiriusJoytv. Please click like on this video, and if you don't mind, hit the bell button so you're notified, so we collectively defeat the algorithm overlords. The Sirius Joy nonlinear TV network is simulcasting right now on many media affiliates, including Instagram, X.com, and Facebook, just to name a few.
Aloha! I'm Mary, and I'm inviting you to experience the mystical world of the tarot with me. As a tree-hugging dirt worshiper, a retired wildlife biologist, and a sprite of the forest, my readings take you into the realms of elemental creativity to unearth a deeper awareness for those big decisions that you have in life. The first 50 viewers to email me with the coupon code below and book a reading will receive 50% off that reading. I can't wait to see what the cards have in store for you. Mahalo nui loa.
Are you ready to understand yourself better than ever before? Enlightened edutainment awaits inside the Sirius Joy Vault. Subscribers receive in-depth insight into the planetary energies with daily texts, pep talks, and more, personalized to your unique blueprint. Subscribe now for only $3.99 your first month at SiriusJoy.com.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe to our YouTube channel at SiriusJoytv. Please click like on this video, and if you don't mind, hit the bell button so you're notified, so we collectively defeat the algorithm overlords. The Sirius Joy nonlinear TV network is simulcasting right now on many media affiliates, including Instagram, X.com, and Facebook, just to name a few. Alrighty. Hi, we're having a hard time finding this chart.
Welcome to Astro Gossip. I'm your host, DJ Astrologer David Palmer, and I'm with my co-host Christopher Witecki. How you doing?
No, it is. I have a headache too. Okay, so yeah, we can't find the chart. So can we just go? It goes right to it for me. Oh, really? Gotcha. Here we go. I think we found it. Yay! Sorry, guys. Let's see where it actually was. I'm sorry, y'all. Morgan. Okay, how funny. Huh. Okay. Got you. All right. Sorry, y'all. Well, we got it here. Sorry, guys. But the good news is, June, I can do a good reading for you now that we have it. We'll take good care of you here. So back to the question. Thanks, guys. Little mayhem. Bad relationships, bad jobs, bad choices. Are they repeating themes or lessons in my chart? I need to find and learn. Okay. Well, first of all, you're a Pisces. So a lot of the bad relationships are past life relationships that you had to feel through and heal. Your son's in the 7th house. You have karmic issues with relationships, and they're going to come back. And there was no way of avoiding that. You didn't do anything wrong. You did something wrong in the past life, ultimately. And so I think that's why you had those bad relationships. I mean, the karma might have been, actually, the karma is, because you've got Chiron at 1 degree in Aries. So the karma is loving yourself. You are learning how to love yourself first. These bad relationships are a result of you not loving yourself first. And so they came back. They're all karmic. They're all past lives. So it's not really your fault. And so now that Saturn is moving into Aries and Neptune's in Aries too, it's going to cross, first of all, your North Node, and it's going to cross your Chiron. So you've got one big test coming up, a big test coming up soon. That test is to love yourself first. So you probably have something sort of tempting, something sort of like, someone offering to get back with you, or someone offering you money if you do something, but this kind of feels weird, this weird boundaries, something where it's like you really won't be loving yourself first, but it looks like you will at first, right? So it's like, well, I will have more money, or I will have more access, or I'm going to get a car from this. But are you loving yourself more? Are you putting yourself through more pain at the end, or are you putting yourself through something good for you and loving? And so that test is coming here in the next month. Okay. If you pass that test, which is with yourself, you're going to find that you now move on to new territory where people coming to you don't have such an agenda to take advantage of you. And that's the thing you've been taken advantage of. Now, you'd probably be surprised to know that your original status of being taken advantage of actually was with the church. You have past lives with the church. You were high up in the church, and you're used to being really taken advantage of by the church. And so this actually is romantic relationships that actually are fostered in church, like career in the past life. So yeah, it's interesting. Bad choices. Okay, the bad choices are based on you not loving yourself first. So whenever you make a choice, you have to ask yourself, is this the most loving thing for me? Is this what I would do for my daughter? This is the most loving thing I do for my daughter. Sometimes it's a lot easier to look at somebody else than yourself because we often treat ourselves much more poorly than we treat others, at least light workers, that is. So you got to ask your heart. If your heart's in love with the idea and your heart's excited, then you're on the right path. Your heart wants it. But if you're not, then your heart's saying, watch out. And anything not chosen by your heart is not guaranteed to work, okay? And then bad jobs. Oh, poor honey. Now for jobs, ultimately there's an issue with you owning your worth, and it's because you don't protect your feelings and where your feelings belong. So when it comes to money, you don't protect your feelings and where your feelings belong. And you go, how do feelings belong somewhere? Well, you have a 24-degree Leo rising, so you know where your feelings belong. You like to be smooth, cool, relaxed, easygoing, and your feelings don't belong being hectic or haywire. Your feelings don't belong being, abused. So it's pretty obvious where your feelings don't belong. And what your chart says is that you will sometimes tolerate work situations where your feelings, don't belong there, but you let them live there anyways. So you've allowed yourself to go to lower situations because you feel like you fit in, but part of it's because you feel like you're judging yourself as not worthy enough. So part of it's you fit in because you don't feel worthy. So you go in not feeling worthy to begin with. Let's not forget that you came from a past life of church and not having a salary. So it's the first time you're really trying to make money, honestly. And prior to that, you have a past life of being a princess or a queen. Feels more like a queen, actually. Kind of a queen, more like a head of state, a female head of state married to someone. So yeah, interesting. But point is, you have never made it on your own. You always, have been there as part of another system where you just showed up, do your thing, and people would pay you or feed you or clothe you. So it's brand new. This is brand new with the money thing. Again, for yourself with money, do you feel you belong there? Do you feel any resistance to working there? Do you feel like you're being valued there? And if you feel those things, then you stay. If you get a no, you don't do it, right? And let's see here. Spirit's calling me to... So really you're here to take on a bit of a caretaker role in society. You're a natural born caretaker, and you have like a mother instinct, even though I feel like you don't have children. Those children from past lives, what you had. And so, believe it or not, you're going to be in sort of a caretaking motherly role with the right job. And I think it's going to be kind of like a nurse, but I feel like it's for older people. So I'm kind of seeing a nursing home, but like a private one, a chill one, like one that's more like family owned, not like a corporate one. That's what I'm feeling. So I feel like there's a job out there for you. It's really relaxed. It's just people who are retired and just hanging out with you at night. So I think this whole part of you not being happy is over. If you choose with your heart and make the most loving choices for you, you won't have these mistakes in life. The only mistake you have is you didn't listen to your heart. That's the only one. All right. Thank you. Good luck, June. That's the only one. That's the only one. Okay. I think we go to a quick commercial. How are we doing on time? 44 minutes. Yeah. So, let's talk about a couple things, guys. That was our readings. Hope everyone's happy. If you'd like to get a reading with me, SiriusJoy.shop. That's our reading special. And go ahead and sign up. Now, we will not be on the air tomorrow here at Sirius Joy Live. We'll be on the air Sunday. And we're hoping to be on the air at, do the math here, 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So 7 Eastern. However, sometimes we'll be going a little late. We're trying to navigate and get things moving forward. We're doing a lot of building and going forward with Sirius Joy. We want to be a happy content company online before all the shift happens. And so we're doing this show for two reasons. One, just to get you familiar with us and to be out there every day saying hi. And secondly, for you to get readings. That second part we saw there, SiriusJoy.shop, where you can basically buy readings for an affordable price and get an answer right here on television. So it's good. So this weekend, I want to talk to you about David Palmer. We've got this show, two shows, Astro Mingle and LOL, coming on Saturday night. This will be a new debut. There's a live chat, so we debut it live, but it's been pre-taped, both these shows, and they're both phenomenal. And I'm really proud of who has shown up and the quality of the show. If you're a SiriusJoy subscriber, remember you can watch the whole show, including the aftermath backstage pass right after the show too, just by staying at SiriusJoy. And then on Sunday, we have, of course, Soul Horoscopes. And Soul Horoscopes will be going live at the right time. Last week it went at the wrong time by accident, but it goes live at 7 p.m., I think 4 p.m. Eastern. No, actually, is that right? 8 p.m. Actually, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So it's on, you'll see that it's already waiting for you with a countdown on YouTube. And it's on all of our social media and everywhere we broadcast. So it's going to be a great weekend. We've done some real work this week shooting these shows. And the reason why we're doing this live and them not is because this show's a bit easier to do live. The other ones are hard. You know, there's a lot of stuff we have to put together and have it the right last minute. And it's much easier just to pre-tape it and make sure it's right and perfect. So that's the thing. All righty. Salty Moments Tribe, huh? People are not feeling good. All right. Let's look at the chart. Chat here. Do you have any questions in the chat room? Otherwise, I'm probably say farewell for now. We got so much to do today. All right. Well, everybody, we'll be back on Sunday, and hopefully we'll be full steam ahead at that point. If you're not a member already, come to SiriusJoy.com. SiriusJoy.com is an amazing life coaching service that's based on your time and date of birth. We're adding new features now, stuff that will just blow you away, actually. And it's the best way to get this in your head, like to be reminded 7 times a day that you are important, that you are loved, and to stay focused on your worth. That's one of the things about Sirius Joy. We're here to remind you we're always with you. And it's a great start at $3.99 for the first month and then $19.95 after. This is where a lot of our community comes from. This is where a lot of our community lives. It's on the site. And the feature of the site really is the daily pep talk. So every morning there's a pep talk. It's about 20 minutes long. It comes from me or Gwen English on the weekends. And it kind of gives you a pep talk through the day. But it also educates you, teaches you things. There's content all over the place. Give it a try. SiriusJoy.com. All right, friends. It's a wacky, wonky day. I'm feeling the energy. I want you to have a great weekend. Remember, we at Sirius Joy love you. Until next time, live, love, be.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe to our YouTube channel at SiriusJoyTV. Please click like on this video, and if you don't mind, hit the bell button so you're notified, so we collectively defeat the algorithm overlords. The Sirius Joy Nonlinear TV network is simulcasting right now on many media affiliates, including Instagram, X.com, and Facebook, just to name a few.